Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday evening, so let's begin. First up, person of interest thought in Texas after death of man, woman from New Hampshire. Death of James and Michelle Butler ruled homicides. Texas investigators are looking to speak with an unidentified man and woman in connection with the deaths of a man and woman from New Hampshire, authorities announced at a news conference on Monday. James and Michelle Butler, 48 and 46, respectively, were found dead late last month on Paradise Island, where they were last seen. Relatives said the couple had been traveling the country in a pickup truck and recreational vehicle. Their deaths have been ruled homicides. Authorities said they would not release the manner of their death because of details were important to the investigation. Police said the man they are looking to speak with has gauges in his ears. They also said both persons of interest have tattoos. Authorities said they believe the man and woman were interested in speaking with are likely local to the Corpus Christi area. And here's that photo of that person of interest, as you can see right here. Authorities released surveillance image of the person of interest. Case timeline. On October 15th, police say the couple parked their truck and camper in Texas. On October 21st, the vehicle was seen on surveillance image crossing the southern border into Mexico. On October 23rd, family members reported the couple missing after they missed a scheduled call. October 27th, the bodies of James and Michelle Butler were found buried in shallow graves on a beach in the Corpus Christi area. The Butlers were remembered at a vigil Sunday in Rumney as caring people who were always willing to lend a helping hand to people in their community. And we will keep updated on this as more information develops. Marianne Williamson files for first in the nation primary, predicts she'll win. And here is that photo of her filing at the Concord Steakhouse today, as you can see. Also, John Delaney filing for presidential primary says top 5 finish in Iowa, New Hampshire keeps him in race. And here's that photo of him filing at the New Hampshire State House today. As you can see right here. And we're following breaking news out of Massachusetts. Small plane crashes into New Bedford Cemetery in Massachusetts. First responders rushed to the scene of a small plane crash inside a cemetery in Massachusetts Monday afternoon. According to New Bedford firefighters, the small plane crashed inside rural cemetery off Rockdale Avenue and Dartmouth Streets in the southern half of the city just after 3 p.m. And witness told WPRI's Tim White they heard a low-flying aircraft, then a loud crash. Video from Sky 5 showed the debris from the small plane scattered across the cemetery. The plane appeared to crash into a tree and a number of headstones. The crash involved a C-150, according to the FAA. The agency said the pilot was the only person on board. There was what appeared to be a white sheet covering part of the area. No additional information was available. State police were responding to the crash scene to assist local police and firefighters. We will keep you updated as we get more information into our newsroom. Larry Lord's condition improves 7 weeks after Farmington explosion. Let's take a listen to that video from WMQW News 8 Maine.
Construction job sites are extremely demanding. Thankfully, I don't have to stress about insurance.
Between my salon and my film set work,
Breaking news that is good news coming out of Boston, where Leap Inc. maintenance manager Larry Lord has been upgraded to fair condition at Massachusetts General Hospital. Big improvement here. He wasn't critical down there for some time. The hospital making that announcement a short time ago. Lord is the remaining person still hospitalized who was injured in September's deadly gas explosion in Farmington. All 6 firefighters injured in the blast are now out of the hospital, the last as recently as last week. Lord is credited with getting everyone out of that building just moments before the deadly explosion.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. NYPD Commissioner James O'Neill resigns. Dermot Shea to be new top cop. New York City Police Commissioner James O'Neill resigned Monday after 3 years as the head of the nation's largest police force. Mayor Bill de Blasio held an afternoon news conference to officially make the announcement, thanking O'Neill for his service in naming Chief of Detective Dermot Shea as his replacement. If you want to see that news conference, we will share the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you for this Monday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the green and went up. Oil closed in the green and went up. U.S. 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed flat, and VAX closed in the green and went up. Dow reps to a record high, now up nearly 18% on the year. The Dow Jones Industrial Average reached a milestone on Monday, joining the S&P 500 and Nasdaq at record levels as investors' sentiment were lifted by strong earnings, a rebound in economic data, and potential U.S.-China trade deal. McDonald's CEO forced out due to employee relationship. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now to that big shakeup at McDonald's, the CEO forced out because of what the company calls a consensual relationship with an employee. That's a violation of company policy. Our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, is here with that story. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Robin. Yeah, that's right. This was a big surprise. The company's board on Friday voted to remove the McDonald's CEO from the role, saying he, quote, violated company policy and demonstrated poor judgment involving a recent consensual relationship with an employee. McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook fired as head of the fast food chain's empire, admitting to what he describes as a consensual affair with an employee who worked under him. The corporation says the British executive demonstrated poor judgment involving a recent consensual relationship with an employee. No details have been disclosed about the employee or the relationship, but in an email to his staff, Easterbrook confirmed the alleged affair, adding, "Given the values of the company, I agree with the board that it is time for me to move on." He had been serving as president and CEO since 2015. Easterbrook, who led the company to double its shares since his start, earned $15.9 million last year, according to the Wall Street Journal.
They love the value we offer.
And while McDonald's board voted to remove him for a violation of company policy, Easterbrook will be entitled to a sizable golden parachute, the terms of which will be made public later today. And as I mentioned, this did come as a big surprise. The stock is pointing dramatically lower. They've wiped out about $3.5 billion in value since that announcement over the weekend, and it looks like it'll be a rough day ahead for the stock.
Does seem that way. Rebecca, thank you. Hi, everyone.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and bye, everyone.